Hey everybody, welcome back to the Robert Cheeke Show. I'm your host, Robert Cheeke, coming at you Wednesday, July 8th, 2009. And here in Portland, Oregon, back home at my house, in my room, kicking it, keeping it real, 4.5 hours sleep, had posing class this morning, photo shoot this morning, all went well. Let's take these off in case there's a glare coming from the computer. So, moving 100 miles an hour. That's kind of what I do. That's the way I talk, that's the way I act, that's the way I take on projects, that's the way I approach situations, that's the way I drive, that's the way I do all of my discourse with people. Everything that I do, my interactions, my projects, everything seems to be 100 miles an hour. Go, 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 go. And so, that's what I've been doing obviously all week and really throughout my entire life as far as I can remember. And you get a lot of stuff done that way. You get some incredible things accomplished during that, but you overlook some things, and things slip past you, and just kind of slip through the cracks you don't recognize because your focus is somewhere else. Focus is here, and you miss out on this, you miss out on this, you miss out on this. So today during my photo shoot, I had my friend Randall Perez, who's doing a lot of photos these days. Randall Perez Photography, check it out. He took some great photos from a recent competition that I did, and has a lot of other cool photography going on this website. It's something new for him, but he's a friend I've had for years. Anyway, he was taking photos today, and we were talking, and we were having a good time. I was over at Bam Bam's house. Andre Scott, one of the best bodybuilders around, one of the best bodybuilding coaches, period. He's my posing coach, bodybuilding coach, mentor, becoming a friend of mine. We've only worked together for a few months. All three of us were hanging out and doing this photo shoot, getting myself ready for a competition on Saturday, which is just a few days away. And Randall and I were talking afterwards, and we're talking about some specific projects I'm involved in, and he started asking a lot of important questions. Have you considered this? Have you looked at this? Have you thought about this aspect and this outcome and this kind of thing? And they're questions that are normally ones that I ask, normally ones that I'm the one that sits back and listens to people who tell me all their ideas and all aspirations, all these things they want to do, and I ask these questions like, okay, sounds awesome, sounds excellent. Have you thought about this? Have you learned from this person who's been there, done that? Have you looked into this? Have you checked into this resource? Have you consulted with this person? Have you done this? I ask a lot of these questions. Tables were turned today on me. I'm working on a lot of important stuff. Some great things that keep me busy, and the reasons that I'm only on 4.5 hours of sleep, and the reasons that I'm up till 3 or 4 in the morning, the reasons I've got to get up early to get back to work, the reasons I've got to travel around, and I've got 3 states, 5 cities to be at in the next 2 weeks, some fun places, but there's reasons behind all that. But on some specific projects that I'm involved in at the moment, Randall gave me a lot of different perspectives, and one of the things, probably the key point that came from this conversation that we had that was extremely valuable and beneficial to me was to not set arbitrary deadlines that sometimes have adverse effects on the overall outcome or the overall product or the final product that comes out. Sometimes when you have expectations you set for yourself, which I always do, I have a certain standard that I have to hit every time, and I have specific deadlines for that, or timelines that can be adjusted based on my progress. I actually like timelines better than deadlines. But I have these arbitrary dates that don't really mean anything except for me. It's what can I prove to Robert Cheeke that I can do in this amount of time? What level of excellence can I achieve in this area of interest in this amount of time? What new standard can I set that nobody else is doing, that nobody else has the courage to go after, the heart to go after, the willpower to go after, the energy, the fight, the whatever it takes, the determination, the grit to do it? What can I do that nobody else can do, and how fast can I do that, and how well can I do that? Sometimes you go that 100 miles an hour and you sacrifice quality or another aspect or attribute of that production value for speed, for immediate results, for instant gratification, for something so you can move on to the next thing. And I learned that today. Or I guess relearned it. It's something I've known and I talk about and I write about and I present about and I tell other people about. But when it applied to me today, I mean, I've just been burning out. I mean, I have so much going on, so many expectations that others have of me, that I have for myself, that companies have for me. But they're good things because they allow me to do amazing different things all around the world. So I want to be involved in them. But sometimes I need to create more of a realistic timeline that doesn't sacrifice quality, that doesn't leave chance for error, which may happen if I go so fast that I overlook something. So today's lesson is to slow down a little bit. To slow down a little bit, to look at the big picture, as I always try to do, but in this case, I missed it. Missed the ball. Trying to outdo myself, and when it's a game, Robert Cheeke versus Robert Cheeke, Robert Cheeke's got to lose. Maybe I win, but I also lose. I can't fight against myself. I can't fight against my own expectations. I can't fight against my own standards all the time. A lot of times I will, and I'll challenge them, and I'll go after it, and I'll get it, and I'll hammer it, and I'll nail it, and I'll win, and I'll say, yeah, I got you. I did that. Give me something harder. Give me something bigger. Give me something in another state. Give me something in another country. Let me be number one at this. Let me be the best at this. Give me the opportunity to show that I can shine, that I can do this. But first, gotta have that patience. And that's something I've never been good at. I've never been good at patience, and I've never been good at really asking for help. Occasionally I'll ask for help when I really need it. When I really, really need it. But other than that, I won't ask for help. I'm doing everything my way, on my own terms, the way I want it, and I'm slowly learning to take a step back and say, you know what, there's a lot of other people who have been there, done that, have experiences, have advice, have suggestions, have support, have knowledge, and I can learn from them. So, speaking of 100 miles an hour, that's how I've been talking. I don't know how we're doing on time. We've never gone over, this is episode number 12, we've never gone over our YouTube 10-minute limit, which I know we can change. We use a different format on a different type of video program on the internet, which we have to evolve to still. So since we are running out of time, I do want to just say that for whatever you're doing, keep investing everything you've got into it. The 100% of the heart, energy, drive, passion, whatever you've got, but to look at the big picture and look at things from a different perspective and ask those difficult questions that you don't want to have to answer. And when you're forced to answer them, like Randall does for me, he's one of the few guys in my life that can really get me to think differently. He's one of the guys that really understands sometimes how I work, and is one of the two people really in my life that can get through to me. Charles Chang, my boss, who owns Sequel Naturals, runs Vega, and Randall Perez, the two guys can really get through to me, and it really, really helps, and I really, really appreciate it. So take time out to evaluate things and then proceed forward and work smarter than just working harder and having that be your end-all be-all at the end of the day. So thanks for watching Robert Cheeke Show. Back in action, making it happen where your personal best happens every day. All the best. Have a great day, outstanding week, phenomenal weekend, and we'll catch up soon. See ya.